publishing process is never the same. Every book that we publish, we don't specialize in one genre. I think maybe if we just only did one specific genre, I could tell you how long it would take to publish that book. But because we do coffee table books and we do children's books and we do, we're doing some YA now that's having great success, self-help business books. What goes into the timeline for publishing a book obviously has to do with how much, right from the very beginning, how much editing is a book going to need. If it needs an extensive developmental edit, I've seen times where we have spent 6, 8, 12 months just in the editing phase. Because we work so closely with our authors, a lot of the timeline is going to depend on the author. Some are very responsive and, my wish is their command and they just make it happen. And there's other people who we prod and we beg and we plead and we just, we'll get it when we get it. But what I'm most concerned with, that everything is going to be good when we do get it. So once we have that manuscript, then it goes pretty fast because it's in the hands of the publisher. So to lay out and design a book, I mentioned coffee table books, those take much longer than a book of fiction. Obviously, there's not going to be any charts or graphs. In a book of fiction, it's just going to be the words. Coming up with a cover is a science that is something that very few designers can do. I have the best. We create award-winning covers, but it doesn't happen overnight. Sometimes we get lucky right out of the chute, but that cover design is another variable that I can't predict. Could we do a cover in one day? Yes. Would it be the best cover we could produce? No. So once the interior cover design is complete, then the printing and binding, and if it's going to be a 4-color process, it's going to be maybe 12 weeks, maybe a little bit more, but at least add another 6 to 8 weeks if it's going to be domestically printed. So I hope that wasn't too confusing, but if you just had to pick a number, you can say anywhere from 8 months would be a nice guesstimate of when the average book could be published.